Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss an important topic, mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. I gave you the concept of this. When gourd cell becomes turgid, stomata gets open, and when gourd cells become flaccid, stomata gets closed. That is the concept. Now the question is, when we have these changes, it means turgidity, flaccidity, these are the two conditions keeps on changing. Now the concept is, we need to understand how we have change in these two conditions. That is the concept we are going to discuss. See that one. We have on the basis of potassium ion exchange theory. On the basis of potassium ion exchange theory. On the basis of this, we'll take the discussion forward how we will have change in turgidity and flaccidity. We know that this is the common understanding. Whenever we have the sunrise, we have the opening of stomata, and that at night we have a closing of stomata. What is the reason behind? We need to focus on that. We will divide our discussion at daytime and night time. So first we will take what we have, day timing, and next we will have night. So in the duration, this one, what we have accumulation of K plus ion, accumulation of K plus ion. When we have accumulation of K plus ion, that we will have increased solute concentration, increased solute concentration, and it is the basic understanding. Whenever we have increase in solute, it means we will have decrease in water. It means solvent will decrease. Obviously it happens, we know that. And the potential of water will decrease. So what we have, decreased water potential, decreased water potential. And this decreased water potential will lead into the change that we will have endosmosis. What we have? We will have endosmosis. And whenever we have endosmosis, we will have increase in turgidity. Turgidity will increase. That is the sign of the increase. And whenever we have increased turgidity, what we will have? Stomata open. Stomata open. That is the concept. So when we draw the diagram, we need to focus on this diagram. I hope you are able to understand. Try to focus on this one. We know that daytime we have photosynthesis. So here we have high sugar level, or we can say starch. Starch is high because we are talking about day timing. And at day timing, when starch is more, it is sign of the photosynthesis, we know that. So what we have, accumulation of K plus ion. We will have accumulation of K plus ion inside the gourd cell. So whenever we have accumulation of K plus ion, we will have endosmosis. Water will enter. And when water will enter, we have the shifting off and the stomata is open. So we can see stoma here. this accumulation of K plus ion is compensated by, it means shifting of K plus ion is compensated by chloride ion Cl minus. What we are understanding here, we are understanding that this gold cell, it is becoming turgid due to endosmosis. And why we have endosmosis? Here we will have increase of K plus ion. K plus ion is mixing in, that water content is there, solution is there. When we have increase in K plus ion, solute concentration will increase. When solute concentration will increase, water potential decrease here inside, and water potential is more outside. Are you getting my point? Outside water potential is more, and there is a concept from high water potential to low water potential. We have the movement of water. What is happening? Endosmosis is happening, and due to endosmosis we have entry of water into gold cell. And we know that, already discussed, whenever we have entry of water into gold cell, we'll have increase in the turgidity, and turgidity will lead to the opening of the stomata. We have the starting of the transpiration. That is very simple concept, my dear students. Only you need to focus on the turgidity and flaccidity. At night, what is happening? When we understand at night, we have that one removal of K plus ion. K plus ion is not accumulating. So when K plus ion is not accumulating, decrease K plus ion. K plus ion decreased. So what is happening? Decrease solute concentration. Decrease solute concentration. And whenever we have decreased solute concentration, what is the next step? Increased water potential. Increased water potential. Increased water potential. And then it will lead to exosmosis. Exosmosis. And whenever we have exosmosis, we'll have the causing of flaccidity. Flaccidity. That is the condition. So what we are getting? We have exosmosis. It means water is moving out. And when water is moving out, we have the shifting of shell. And whenever we have shifting of cell, we'll have a closing of that pore. So let's draw the diagram here. Try to get it. Turgid condition I am making here. For this one, we will have diagram here. This is the turgid condition. Now what is happening? That removal of K plus ion. K plus ion decreased here. Whenever we have decrease in K plus ion, decrease solute concentration. Solute concentration decreasing here. Inside there is a solute, and it will decrease. When solute concentration decreases, we'll have increase in the solvent. And whenever we have increase in the solvent, water potential will increase inside and decrease outside. So from high water potential to low water potential, what we are having here? From high water potential to low water potential, water will move out. So when water is moving out from high water potential to low water potential, we have the flaccid condition, and that flaccid condition will result into the closing of stomata. That is the simple concept. Damn simple. It's a cakewalk for you when you understand this one. Turgidity, flaccidity, it keeps on changing according to time, according to situation, and there are various ions which are participating. This theory was proposed by Leavitt. He was a scientist, he told us. There are various theories are others are also, many theories are there. Starch sugar change, so many theories are there, but in our syllabus only we have to understand this one. Next turn we'll take new topic. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay strong. Thank you.